I used to think that growing peppers was one of the hardest things. In fact, I will admit that up until the last few years, I always bought all of my plants already started at like Home Depot or Walmart, and I wasn't really into gardening. I mean, I like to garden, but it wasn't something that I was passionate about like I am now. I did not become passionate about gardening until I started putting seeds in the dirt and germinating my own seeds and growing them from a seed. There's just something magical about that. And once I started gardening using seeds instead of already started plants from the store, my life changed. Everything, the way I wanted to eat, the way I planned out my entire year. Like, I wait all year for spring and to plant my garden, and I get so excited. So let's get started. I just want to start by saying we're going to plant peppers today, and people think that peppers are super hard. Nothing has to be super hard. Don't be intimidated by these seeds. You're going to put them in the dirt, and their natural instinct is to grow. I mean, you would really have to neglect them, or I mean, they really want to grow. Now, peppers can be a little tricky, but as long as you keep the soil warm and moist, they will germinate. If the soil gets too cold, they don't really want to do that. Just like I don't really want to get out of the bed in the morning if it's too cold. I want to stay in bed because it's too cold, right? So, peppers are kind of like I am. And a lot of my southern friends, they like it warm. I get it. They're peppers. I mean, so I'm going to just real fast go over the varieties that I'm going to plant. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'm just going to show you a couple. And then we're going to just go through it. And then you can follow along with me and just see for yourself how easy it is. Okay? If you don't believe me, then you'll just have to stick around. Subscribe to the channel and watch. Watch these peppers grow. Alright? I'll keep you along. Alright, first, we have a coral bell. It's going to be these. I'm going to start with the sweet peppers, and we're going to go to the hot peppers. I don't eat a lot of hot peppers, but I do want to start making a different kind of seasonings and rubs for meats and, well, vegetables, everything. And sweet and spicy really goes good together. So I'm playing. I'm experimenting with new things. So we got the coral bell, the sunbright sweet. It's just a yellow bell pepper, guys. Purple beauty. It's just a purple bell pepper. Right? I got two of these. Okay. Oh no. Big red sweet bell pepper. Alright, so those are my bell peppers. Then we got a little package of sweet red cherry peppers. We got these Jimmy Nardellos. These are excellent. These are excellent in seasonings. Dry it, grind it up, use it. It's so good. I love these peppers. I saved a lot of seeds, and this is not the only bag. I grew a lot of these, and I saved them, and I love them. So, if you like a sweet pepper, that's a good one. Alright. Then, the Cubanelle, the Pimento Cubanelle. The Corno di Toro. This is a new one for me. The Habanada. I don't like habanero peppers because they're too hot, but I heard that this is really good, and I'm very interested to try it. So, the Habanada is going to be new on my list this year. The Great Macaroni Pepper. We got the Alma Paprika Pepper. Alright. We go from sweet to kind of smoky savory, then to more spicy. We got the Javarskis. What is this? This is a Hungarian yellow. Poblano. These are cayenne. Serrano chili peppers. I'm very excited about these, guys. Lemon drop peppers. These are like, let me see. It says, from Peru, the lemon drop is a spicy and tangy seasoning pepper with a fruity, lemony flavor and aroma. Okay, I'm excited. We got the large red cherry, hot. I got a sweet one and a hot one. This is the hot one. And then the Tabasco pepper. All right, that's what I'm starting today. I'll show you how I get my soil ready and how I put it in. I'll show you how I plant them. Not all of them because that's super boring, and I'm not gonna make it look harder than it is. We're just gonna put the dirt in. We're gonna put the seeds in. I'm gonna put the top on. I'll show you. It comes with a top, a little dome. I will, because I live in Washington and it is cold here, and I do heat my house strictly by wood. So sometimes in certain parts of my house it can get a little cold sometimes if I'm gone too long or oversleep. Don't get up in the middle of the night, stick wood in. It happens. It's a big responsibility heating your house strictly with firewood. But anyways, I digress. We're gonna put the dirt in. I'll show you how to do that. I'll show you how to put a couple seeds in, and then you can do this. You can grow your peppers from seed, and it will, I promise, it will change your life. It's almost like having children every year. I don't know what to say. It brings me such joy, and I want you to feel the same joy. Now, I got joy from going and buying the little jalapeno plant at Home Depot and bringing it home and sticking it in a pot in my backyard in Oklahoma City, because that's what I did when I lived in the city. I just stuck a few peppers and tomatoes in pots that I bought from the store. It was cool. It was cool to grow stuff, but I did not find the joy in gardening until I planted my first seed. And so if you're new to gardening and this is your first year, go ahead and go buy those plant starts. Buy them at the farmer's market or Home Depot or wherever you decide to get them. You go. You just go get them, your plants, however you need to get them. But at least get one package of seeds, whether it be a flower or a pepper, whatever, and plant it. And when you feel the fulfillment that that brings, when you see it grow out of the ground and get bigger and bigger and bigger into a plant and then make fruit, it just makes everything that much more spectacular. And I just want you to experience that. So if you're scared, it's fine. Just buy one package of seeds. Start one. Start one seed. Just do it. All right, I had to change up a little bit. I've got a bowl here and it has some dirt in it from where I was planting some plants last night. I was just up potting a few things that needed to be up potted. This is a little bit of seed starting mix and a little bit of dirt mixed together. And when I say, I mean potting soil. This is potting soil and seed starting mix. I'm not trying to make it hard for you. You can start seeds in potting mix. You can start seeds in the ground, which is, I think, a bit harder. I think it's much easier to start them where you can really control everything. But you can still do it. But, okay. This is just a little bit of the seed starting mix and a little bit of potting soil. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit more in it because there's not quite enough dirt in here. So we're just going to top it off with the seed starting mix that I have. Okay. Now, when I plant, I don't want the dirt to be dry. Like, you see how this is dry? Let me get closer. I mean, obviously you can see it. It's super dry. That's not what we want. So I'm going to come over here to the sink real quick. And I'm going to add just, I'll take you. So anyways, and then I just mix it up. The dirt that was in there was still kind of wet from yesterday. It wasn't really dry. So I didn't need, I don't think, to add too much water to it. Okay. That's good. Okay, let's show you. Okay. You should get your dirt, and whenever you pick it up, you should be able to put it into a ball. And see, it still kind of stays in the shape, but like there's no water dripping out of it. It still is pretty, you know, see on my hand. It's just damp enough to kind of stick on there. That's how you want it. Now, what I do is I just take my bowl, you see? And I just, people do this differently. You can do this however you want. I try not to make too big of a mess because you see I am in my kitchen. I'm not like out in my greenhouse, or I don't have a greenhouse yet because, well, this last year has been just really hard on everybody, and my husband is in the game of helping people, so he's been real busy, you know what I mean? So okay, so you're just gonna put the dirt. I just kind of dump it all on. I don't know if you can see, but it's just kind of in a pile. I'm gonna take my hands and very carefully scoot it out to the edge cells, you know, the little holes around the edge that didn't get filled with dirt. You can call them cells, you can call them holes. I don't care what you call them. As long as you put seeds in it and grow it, that's really all that matters. So, you just kind of go around. If you get any big sticks, sometimes they're in there. You just take those out. They don't really hurt anything most of the time, and if they're really big, I like to just get them out of there. Alright, so if you can see, and I don't know again, there's still a little bit of soil kind of built up. So what I'm going to do is just drop it, drop it, drop it. That packs it down. I'm going to go around and I'm going to push the rest of the soil into the cells that are empty. Okay? Oh, there's another piece of wood. I'll get that out. I'm going to come and get the stuff I spill. Now, some of these along the edge need just a little bit more. So I'll put some here. Here where it's a little empty. Here. Then. And here. There we go. Boom. And that is as easy as it has to be. And if there's extra, just kind of moving around to some of the more empty holes. And that's kind of it. Maybe I'm getting a little excessive with my... I just like to get my hands in the dirt. I like to get my hands in the dirt. There's something about it. I used to have a lot of anxiety about it. When I did live in Oklahoma City and would buy already, you know, started plants, I would wear gloves. I am not kidding. I would wear gloves to garden because I did not like to get my hands dirty. And if I didn't have gloves, I would go inside and wash my hands like between every other plant because I just couldn't handle it. Now, I love seeds so much that I love to get my hands dirty. My hands will be looking like this all summer. It's okay. I I am going to wash my hands right now, just so I can get my seeds out and move my camera and show you guys how I'm going to start. But we're going to get started with this Coral Bell sweet pepper. This is from In My Gardener. I got this last year. This is leftover from last year, which is fine. Guys, if you find old seeds, plant them. If they're a really old plant too, get them in the ground. The germination rate will go down. It's not going to be as good as the newer ones, but there are ancient seeds that get put in the ground and grow all the time. I mean, it happens. So just put them in there. Okay. It says, now this is the important part. There is a little bit to do. You need to know how many days you are until your last frost. So you can look that up on the internet. You can put in days till my last frost and in the zip code. Bam. It's done. It'll tell you approximate days, your last. It will tell you when your last frost is, approximately. I mean, come on. But, so, what you look for is it says about. Let's see. It says, the sweet variety ripens into a bright sunset orange color that is perfect addition to salads and veggie platters. Can be eaten fresh or cooked with a slightly citrus flavor that matches the brightness of its color. Thick-walled and great source of antioxidants, disease resistance, and high yielding. After the about, and In My Gardener is really good at putting all the information that you need on the back of the seed package. Some of them are not as good, but a lot of them you can go to their website and get the information off that website. Which I like these because it gives you all the information you need. Anyways, and it says harvest. All peppers start out green and will change colors as they mature to their ideal size and shape. Mild peppers will be sweeter as they mature, and hot peppers will become hotter. Carefully snap or cut fruit with a short piece of stalk. Okay. It tells you what it'll look like when it's growing, how to harvest it, right? It's pretty informative information. Just read the back of your seed packet. You will learn so much. I learned so much about plants when I started growing from seed because of the seed packets and the magazines and the catalogs. Oh, yes, the catalogs. Anyways, if you look on here, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but it says start indoors 8 to 12 weeks before the last frost. So you look up your last frost date, and mine is around the 20th of May, between the 15th and 20th of May. So my last frost date, 12 weeks, it's later this week. It's like 5-6 days away. It's no big deal. I'm starting them a little bit early, like a week early. But you can count it back. You don't even have to count it back yourself. You don't even have to get out a calendar. All you have to do is get on Mr. Googly and put in 12 weeks before May 20th. And it'll give you the date. It'll give you the date that's 12 weeks before. Then you know you can mark it in your calendar. That's 12 weeks before. And then that's when I need to start my peppers. It says 8 to 12 weeks, but I would err on the side of at least 10 to 12 weeks because peppers do grow a bit slower. They like warmer temperatures, and especially where I live, it's super cold. So I start them just kind of early as possible. And also, if you are into growing peppers, these Tabasco peppers take a little bit longer to grow. They're a little bit more slow growing, so maybe start them a little bit earlier. I was going to, but then I just decided to start everything, so whatever. Now, it also will tell you down here, it takes 7 to 20 days for it to germinate. And what germinate means is it takes 7 to 20 days for when you put that seed in the ground for it to shoot up growth. That's germination. When you see it pop out of the ground, the little green pop out of the ground, that's germination. That's when it happens. The seed germinates, pops up out of the soil, you can see it, bam. If you have them on a heat mat when that happens, take them off a heat mat because they don't need a heat mat after that. They just need a heat mat to germinate. Take the dome off as soon as they come up out of the ground, because you don't want them to get, I would say, waterlogged. You don't want them to get them, you want them to be out of the high humidity. The high humidity is really good for germination, not so much for, you want the lid off as soon as it germinates. Off the heat mat, take the top off. All right. It also says on here, days till maturity, 75 days. Now, if you're like me and know that you have a really short growing season of 110 to 120 days, then you're going to need to know that this matures in 75 days. Some of them don't mature for after 110 days, and those are the ones that I will have to start even earlier if I want to grow them. I will tell you, don't let people tell you, if you live in the north, don't let them tell you just because you have a short season that you cannot grow something that has a longer season. You may struggle. It may be harder. You may have to start it inside and baby it. But it is not impossible. You know, I came from Oklahoma City, and I moved to Washington State. It is vastly different. Everything about the weather is different. Everything. It's like a whole nother world up here, but we won't talk about all that. But it's different, especially the weather, and I'm not used to that. So it has been the last few years just trying to figure out, when do I need to start this stuff, because I have such a short amount of time to do that. So, anyways, know your days to maturity. And then if you look, this is also important, especially if you're just getting started and you're not sure how big this plant is even going to grow, right? I mean, it might say, but maybe you've never seen one before and you're not sure, because I have felt that way. So I leaned very heavily on this where it says plant spacing 10 to 12 inches. I'm not going to do that. Now, when I first started, I planted them 10 to 12 inches apart because I wanted to do exactly what this said. Now, I learned last year that peppers like to be close together, and it kind of keeps them from falling over when they get heavy with fruit, if they are close together. I've never had a better pepper year than I did last year, and I just went into like 8 inches and planted them about 8 inches apart. I may plant them even closer this year. I'm going to do 2 pepper beds, which is 1 more pepper bed than I did last year, and I'm really excited. Like, I am excited about these peppers. So let's get started. Let me stop talking about it and let's get started. Here we are. Let's start over here. I'm just going to make a little bing, 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 bing. You see? Bing, bing. I'll do this roll too so you can see. I'm just putting a little dent in it. Ding, 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 ding. Right? It's nothing special, just a little dent. Then I want to put 1 seed. I'm going to put 1 seed in each one. Okay? Oh, that had 2. Let me get that up. Boom. Right there. Right there. I'll put this back in here. Someone opened this package really badly. Okay. Okay. Now, once I get that on there, okay, so I dropped the seed in. Let's see if can you see the seeds? Okay, so once you get the seed, 1 seed per cell, right? I put 1 seed per cell. Then I come over here to my dirt and I just get a little bit, just a little bit, and I just cover up each one of these. Now, I want to admit, I don't usually do this till the end. I usually sow all my seeds, mark them, then put dirt over the whole thing. Because that's easier. If you can, I mean, you can imagine, that would be easier, right? But that's it. That's all you have to do. Bing, 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 bing. Drop, 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 drop. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, this dirt is already damp. I am not going to water it right now. I'm going to plant my seeds. You know, bink, bink, bink. Drop, drop, drop. Cover, cover, cover. Put the dome over the top of it. Now tomorrow I'm going to check it. I'm going to see, it might need sprayed. I might spray it with a spray bottle with water. Just kind of spray over the top. Make sure it stays moist, not too moist, because I don't want it to be too wet. Okay? Other than that, it's easy. Like literally, you throw the top on, just like that. Stick it under a grow light, which I will show you when I'm done. I'll take you in there and I will show you. But right now, I'm going to finish filling this up. And my kid might help me. But right now, I'm going to fill this up for y'all. We'll put the lid on and then I'll show you where I'm going to sit it. I mean, I really do not know how much easier I can show you that this is. It really is. And I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm just a stay-at-home mom that struggles with health issues, and if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so this is what we've got planted. We did not get them. I knew we were going to be doing 2 trays, but I don't want to, you know, waste your time. It is not that these, you plant these just the same as you plant these. And Maddie can do it. Ain't that right, Maddie? Yeah. You can do it. Okay? Have faith in yourself, because I have faith in you. Do you have faith in them, Maddie? They can do it, can't they? Say, you can do it.
You can do it.
Alright, let's cover up these seeds. You want Mama to do it so you don't get too dirty?
I want to.
Okay. So what you do is you just pour some dirt over like this, and then you do it like this.
I need my sleeves up.
Okay, so
I need my sleeves up.
you do this side, not with this. Let me help you get some dirt over here on your side. And you just kind of rub it over. You just rub it over, guys. Alright, that's enough there. That's enough there. Over here, baby. This is enough. This side's good. This side's good. We don't need any more over here. Just right down here where you can see the seeds. Alright, I think we're good. Okay. You want to put the lid on? You want to show them how easy that is? Here it is. Put this lid on and show them how easy that is. There you go, Maddie. You are a gardener. Did you know that? You're growing into a mighty fine gardener. High five. High dirty fives. Thanks for the help. Let's go wash our hands, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Alright. Okay, guys. So I have the peppers that we just planted. And we are going to put them on the shelf. Okay.
Yeah.
This is easy. Check it out. You put it down here. You got the top on, right?
There. Right there.
You got your heat mat down here. Okay. And then you just slide it in. Boom. Underneath the light. Right next to the onions and the flowers that we got going right now. Isn't that right, Maddie?
Yeah. Look at
You running the camera?
And she's fine.